You okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So my beautiful ones, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. I quickly want to speak to the viewers and then we can start. So we're not in studio. I'm going to change studios as well. We're going to go to a new package streaming services. So that's the reason for the recording in Zoom. So my beautiful viewers, now it's first me and you. Let me just open and tell you what is the title's going to be, especially for this show. And I was especially thinking of you, my beautiful Paul, when I have created or think about a title. And yes, I did go on to Copilot. It's the first time I'm using that and asking, what if I have hope and I've got purpose and I want it to be a memorable show? What can I call it? And it told me when purpose and hope walk together. And that
Yes.
was so beautiful for me. For me, I did write my own quote, and he just changed my wording because I said or and not is. So I said hope is not a destination. It is your life becoming a story of possibilities. So my beautiful viewers, I know it's the new year 2026. I know a lot of you are happy for 2026 and you have your word of the year already for 2026. But there's a lot of you that are uncertain of 2026. So I ask you to open your hearts and your eyes and ears and find possibilities of inspiration through my amazing guests that are here today to come and inspire you. My name is Sanet Van Breda. I am your voice amplifier, and I create space and stages for incredible souls around the world to share their wisdom, their brilliance, and their transformative stories on all my platforms. And through all these experiences, we create ripple effect of joy, love, and hope. And may we give you some hope and some love and some joy today. So my beautiful guest, thank you so much for being here. I would love you to introduce yourself. So I'm going to start off with you, my beautiful Vida. Introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from and tell us what 2026 is holding on or holding for you.
Hi everyone, I am Vida Hill and I'm from the Hunter Valley in New South Wales, Australia. Not originally from there, but that's where I'm based now. More of a world traveller. A little about me. I am a homeschooling mum of two beautiful boys, and alongside of that, I work as a transformational psychic medium and energy activator with a purpose of helping people, especially women, to create their lives on purpose and with purpose and to bring their dreams into reality and help break through cycles that have been holding them back until now so that they can actually fully, basically, so that you can really fully live your life and experience the fullness of all that your life and your creation is about and learn to create within yourself. And for me, what does 2026 bring? I think this is a year of creation and to stick with a theme to create on purpose and with purpose and in flow of not so much having to have grand gestures. You know how people sometimes want that huge purpose that they strive to, but recognizing you can actually live in your purpose on a day-to-day basis and you create from there to be the best version of yourself.
Beautiful. So, my beautiful Vida, I'm going to go to Paul. I would love you just to go, refrain from using the chat, but if you can just go to rename and you put your website or connection point next to your name, then I will ask Paul when I go back to you to do that the same on his side. So my beautiful viewers, just quickly want to let you know, down below in the show note, my guest details is in there. Not only their guest, their details, but also their connection point. So you will be able to connect directly with my guest. And I have quite a few diamond beauties that I've met the last 6 months that have also joined the diamond beauties through E360. So nobody have invited them. They saw all of my amazing guests. So my beautiful ladies, you are welcome if you are viewing this on E360's platform, Roku, and all the 12, or now I think it's 13 platforms. You are welcome. You are welcome to join the Diamond Beauties Forever on Facebook. And then for the gentlemen, I've got an amazing Tanzanite Euros group on Facebook as well. And who knows, my God sent you my way, and I can promote and amplify you through the Power Hour. I've got also 2 ladies have joined from YouTube. So thank you, my beautiful ladies, for joining and being courageous enough to book a coffee chat with me. And they will be coming to the shows next year. I just quickly want to take this off because please don't use the chat as it will come onto the screen, please, Vida. So my beautiful Paul, if I can ask you to introduce yourself and then tell us where you're from and what does 2026 hold in for you, my beautiful one.
Hi, Sanet. Hi, everybody. I'm Paul Boulton. I'm based on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia, Noosa hinterland for people that know the region. It's beautiful weather up here at the moment, and that keeps us all smiling and heading for the shade because it's pretty hot too. It's in the middle of our summer right now, or the early stages of it. 2026 for me, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to go deep within, because a lot of the external noise we're getting about control and digital ID and all of these sorts of pressures can bring up fear in people. So it's really important to know who you are, to honour your heart, to take private quality time for yourself to connect your strong heart with your mind, because your mind will be looking for an escape route or a reason to react to the pressures and the challenges. But our heart is where courage lives. So we need to feel and honour our own heart and draw on our depth of all the things we've endured and survived and thrived from in our own lives, and know that we'll have this story as well. And if we all come from the heart, only this story agenda from the external noise and world, we've got a chance of transforming that and evolving that into our version of an aware, conscious, heartfelt, loving, responsive, sharing community globally. And that's my goal, is to do my part in that as well. My day job, if I can go to that, Sanet, I'm a professional psychic.
Yeah, you can introduce, but don't go into your book and stuff. We will still do that, yeah.
Okay, yes. So I've been working out of my own shops for over 20 years, seeing thousands of people. And my goal, as you have the topics of hope and purpose, my goal is often to find filaments of hope in my clients' reality that they may not be able to see for themselves in those moments of pressure and overwhelm and the other day-to-day pressures and life pressures and relationship pressures. So I find those beautiful aspects of hope, and then together we create purpose and a new direction for them on how to survive the moment, and also how to plan for a future that they really want to be involved in. And sometimes that means leaving a partner. Sometimes that means leaving a job. or not listening to their family anymore because their family keeps bringing them down. So it's creating that community of love and support, which is what you do so beautifully, Sanet, globally anyway. And I encourage everybody to join one of Sanet's platforms and opportunities, because this is a very heartfelt, honourable, inclusive community, and it's really important that Sanet has brought this beautiful opportunity to me, to Vida, and so many others.
Thank you, Paul. If you do have your book, please hold on to it. We will go and talk to you about your book. I will also talk about the authorship. That's the reason why I want you to bring your book in there. So, my beautiful Vida, I am going to ask you this particular question, and then for Paul, another question. So, how do you reconnect with your inner truth when your life feels overwhelmed?
That's for Vida.
Yeah, it's for Vida. I'm going to ask you a more manly question, my beautiful Paul.
For me personally, how I do it and how I also guide my clients to do it is, I know there's a lot of talk these days about masculine and feminine energy, right? And I try not to attach to buzzwords like that, but sometimes it helps with communication. So for me, it's about guiding people to connect into that body and really feeling their bodies. And that is what we often refer to as the feminine energy, really connecting to that softness, that gentleness, that flow. It's not so much about the stillness, but there is a stillness there. I'm not talking about the masculine stillness. There's a quietness, a relaxation where you start feeling in your body where your truth lies and where your decisions are to be made from. Your body will actually give you a yes or no answer based on how it feels. So for me, it's connecting really deeply, sinking into your womb space, really. And men have a womb space too, even though they may not physically have one. So it's relevant to them as well, sinking into that womb space where you can really feel the core of your body. And the deeper you can sink into your body and relax, you can actually feel the very subtleness when your body goes, yes, this is a good move, or this is not a good move. And then trusting yourself to say yes to what resonates with that truth or that feeling of peace for you, irrespective of what it may look like on the outside. So if you're, for instance, stuck between two difficult decisions and neither really seem like the best idea, one will feel more peaceful, more calming, more nurturing than the other, and making your decision based from there. And that's how I do that for myself. And that's also how I guide the women or the people I work with to learn to trust themselves, to honor their own inner voice, basically.
Wow. I got goosebumps. I have a strapped shoulder, so I could not show you I cannot lift too high, but I had to show you my goosebumps. So my beautiful viewers, did you put your glasses on? Did Vida gave you goosebumps? For me, my life, oh, Paul, I love it, I love it, I love it. For me, Vida, 6 years ago when I choose to live and not to die, and I truly went inside me, inside my heart, inside my body, every day for the last 6 years. And that's why my forever song, Walking on Sunshine, is part of my essence, living now, not tomorrow, living now, in the now. Honoring my body. In the shower, I don't think about anything else. I just have a shower. When I step into that little step, I don't think about the world. I just very sharply say, talk to Sanet. I'm talking, say thank you to my heart. Thank you for my body. Thank you for everything. For years, I was so overweight, and I managed to let go of another person. And I had to thank my body for carrying me all those years. And I still, 6 years, April will be 7 years next year. Well, this year. I'm sorry, the recording is for next year. Wow, well, a blooper. So for 2026 April, I will be 7 years where I'm doing the love shower talk. And I spend time with myself. If there's a thought coming in of something I need to do, I will say to the thought, my beautiful thought, thank you for entering my mind. And I'm speaking in Afrikaans, so this is my Afrikaans wording. My gedagtetjies, ek gaan nie nou vir julle enige aandag gee nie. Ek sal, as ek hier uitstap, sal ek vir julle aandag gee. So, my thoughts, you are coming through, so thank you so much for being in my thought. But it's now Sanet's shower time. When I step out of the step, I will remember and I will deal with you. And I'm telling you, Paul and Vida, my shower talk is my sanctuary every day. And I just love it. So that's the reason why I got so much goosebumps. Thank you, Paul, for my sunglasses. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to take screenshots as well for a memory for today. But I have to put my sound off because the screenshot, when I activated it, makes a loud sound, so I will try and do it. So if the sound comes through, I do apologize. My beautiful viewers, are you ready to hear what Paul has for this amazing question? So Paul, what experience taught you the most about resilience?
Well, I've been on the planet a while, Sanet, so there's been a few. Resilience for me comes about when, just similar to what you just said then, there was a point of, do I succumb to the pressure? Do I play small? Or do I trust myself? And probably around 25 years ago, I knew that my true purpose was to be a professional full-time psychic and empath and reader, and I was working a range of part-time jobs that weren't going anywhere. They weren't very fulfilling, and I was starting to atrophy inside. And I thought, I don't know if this is going to work, but I can't live this other life any longer. So I drew on all of my resilience, went into the middle of Brisbane City and found, smack in the middle of town, a shop that I could open as a psychic reading shop. And I don't sell trinkets and things. I only do readings and psychic therapy, my targeted EFT. And I opened those doors. And the first shop that I had, I called the Holy Grail. So for me, it was my journey to my heart, my Holy Grail. And I was putting myself on the line, and I didn't know if anyone was ever going to walk in, and I didn't know if I could pay the rent, but I could for the first month. And I was in that shop for 2.5 years. And then I moved back to the Sunshine Coast to be closer to my children. And I've been in my own shops for 17 years now. Just me doing psychic therapy and readings for thousands of people in that time frame. And that's what resilience means to me. And it was just trusting and you know, rarely do people go, that's a good idea, you should make a nice living out of doing that. It mainly comes down to that can't be the goal. The goal for me was always about helping people, help them to find their heart and their courage, and then helping them to live their life in a new way. And I've had so many beautiful testimonials, and Vida mentioned she's as well. And one of my great medium friends we're having lunch with on Saturday, he did a reading for me, and my grandmother came through, and she'd been passed in 92, so 34 years ago. And anyway, she was there. My accountant came through, and they were gatekeepers because there was a massive queue that wanted to come of my clients that had passed over, and he said, "You know you've helped people, but you'll never know how much you've helped people, and that's why we have such a big queue here of people wanting to talk to you from the other side." And that was so humbling, and it was so wonderful. So resilience, yes, and my ET connections as well. Thanks, Sanet. That's beautiful. Because I know I can't do it without my ET connections, to be honest, and that's just the truth for probably all of us. I don't think any of us are from here, so we need resilience now to live our best life.
I had to bring in the... I'm so sorry, Paul.
No, please go.
I had to bring out the alien glasses. So the alien glasses I only bring out when it says something funny or something extraordinary, because the alien glasses is the pair that my grandson brought to me in New Zealand, and he said, "Omi, your amazing diamonds and tanzanite will love these glasses, because you know why? If you put it on, you are an alien." And I remember he said, "Alien," but he with his mouth. So Paul, you know, this is the most incredible part of our story. I can say our story, my story as well. We had a show February last year on forgiveness. In that week, I got a message on Messenger. This guy was sitting with, and I'm still in talks with him, I still follow up with him. He had a gun on his lap.
Yep.
And he was on Roku TV, and he was flipping the channels. And he asked God, he didn't speak to God for many years, and he asked God, he cannot do it anymore, and if there's a way for him, show me the way to stay. That's all he said. And the third channel you went off, he came onto the Power Hour TV show. And we were talking about forgiveness. And then the whole show, he said he was glued to it. The whole show changed his mind, and he thanked God on his knees. He took the gun back to the safe, and I'm still talking to him. He changed his life forever. And all I can say is thank you, God, for allowing me to be alive now. Thank you for giving me the opportunity for my question. Thank you, Vida. I need to take a photo. Thank you, Vida. Thank you, Paul. God gave me the courage to change my life forever, change me, find my love. That's the reason why my company's name is Self-Love Ignites Me. You have to go in to go out. And then on the 20th of June, and I can't say 20th of June, the Americans understand June 20th. So for us, we talk the day first and then the month. I asked God, 2021, can I have an amazing group of ladies that can inspire each other and can love each other in good times and not in good times, and be each other's cheerleader. I started with the group 4.5 years ago, Diamond Beauties Forever, and January 2 years ago I joined, led the Tanzanite Euros, be part of us, although we are two separate groups, but also come to the Power Hour shows, and all the things I'm doing, they are also included. And I asked God that same day, might I save one person's life? And for me, when I got that message that day, for me, I have done my purpose. I've saved somebody's life. And I know with my big heart of love, I've changed a lot of people's lives globally in the world through the group and through everything I do. So I'm grateful towards God for bestowing me His love and grace and letting me continue every day in the group. So Paul, I love it. I love it. So the next time when I come around, Paul, we're going to talk about your book. But Vida, I wanted to say to you, the day that I came to you and asked if you would love to be a Mrs. Spots. So my beautiful viewers, Mrs. Spots, it's okay, let him come in. Hello, little man. When the day that I asked God, please, can he give me something to create in the group? I've done currently almost 700 coffee chats in 3.5 years. Well, a little bit more than 3.5 years. I think 3 years and 8 months. 8 months. Most of the ladies is lonely, and there's men as well. And God helped me with a vision, sleeping vision, because I do get both awake visions and sleeping visions. And I created the Mrs. Spots. So Vida, can you believe it? The Mrs. Spots is 2 years and 5 months old, running strongly, going from 27 ladies with 5 tea parties a week. So Paul, we have 5 tea parties. A lady that keeps space for half an hour for anyone to phone in. And we are covering New Zealand till Hawaii. So when you come to be a Mrs. Spots, first of all, how did you feel when I asked you? And I know that you stopped because you have done it for so many months already. And how did you feel, for first of all, asking me, and how did it feel to have that space for anyone to come in and just be seen and be heard?
Originally, I felt a bit nervous to start because it was such a new space to step into, right? But it also felt like a privilege. And there wasn't always a lot of people on the call, but it always made a difference for whoever was there. And often you find, or at least I did, I found myself with just one other person there and would have a one-on-one chat. And that would be exactly what was needed for that person on that day, sometimes for me even as well. And it was a bit sad to let it go, but because there were so many conflicting commitments and time clashes during the day with my kids and homeschooling. But I knew it served a purpose, like being there for as long as you need to be somewhere, it serves a purpose for that time. And you reach the people that you need to in that moment, in that time, even if it's just that one person that walks away, that send you a message afterwards saying, hey, I really needed that chat today. Thank you for being able to just listen or just to let me vent. And it was really nice just to be alone in that space. I think that's what really hit home, was it didn't actually matter who showed up, how successful it felt or didn't feel, because it was always there for someone.
And you were there for me as well, my beautiful Vida, when I needed you. So thank you, thank you. I told Vida, every time she's posting in the group, there's a lot of comments. My beautiful Vida, you just have a way with your picture and your words to attract people. So my second question to you, on how do you get inspiration to do those amazing posts? Because my girl, it is amazing. So my beautiful viewers, if you want to find out how Vida is inspiring our group, currently we are on 64 countries, Paul, Tanzanite Euros and the Diamond Beauties. And not only that, we are 1,500 members in total. How incredible. Oh, where's my glasses? Where's my glasses? I love it. So how incredible. We've got a few wisdom keepers, and we've got lots of people that don't want to be in front, but they are taking in what we say. They are listening what the wisdom that is coming out from, I call you all my wisdom keepers. So my beautiful Vida, how do you prepare? How do you just know to do this? It's because your post is amazing. So ladies and gentlemen, you can go to Vida's website, go and find her, go and book a coffee chat. You will never know the magic it's going to happen meeting somebody. And I'm an expert because I am almost 700 chats in, so I'm an expert to say, please book a coffee chat with both Vida and Paul. So my beautiful Vida, please share.
Well, firstly, thank you. I really appreciate hearing that. It lands really nicely. It feels really good to hear. What I do is I actually just sit down and I tune in and I ask myself or the universe, or I just put it out there, what does my ideal client need to hear today? And then I write whatever comes. I don't change it. I don't put it through ChatGPT because ChatGPT butchers it. I allow it to do spell checks, but it's all my words. It's all channeled. Everything I put out there is channeled. And it's just, what is this person that I need to work with today? What do they need to hear most? And it's irrelevant whether that person actually who reads it then becomes a client or not. It's what they needed to hear. And there's always, when I do that, there's usually at least one person that will message me and say, hey, I really needed to hear that today. Because it's about what and how it reaches them. It's the message is channeled for them. Sometimes it's for one person, sometimes it's for multiple people. Sometimes I don't know who it's for. Sometimes it's months later that I bump into someone and they say, listen, I've been reading your post and that one in particular really hit home. So that's how I do it. I'm just like, what does my ideal client today, my ideal client need to hear from me today to make a difference in their lives?
I love it. And I love you, my girl. My last question currently before going to Paul. What beautiful golden nugget can you bestow on any person, or particularly a lady, because that's your niece, for 2026?
I'm actually thinking you don't have to think so big. Because sometimes we trip ourselves up because we try to be too big. We try and serve a grand purpose, and we try, in that process, we start measuring ourselves against other people, right? And I remember asking myself, what is my purpose? And in that moment, it was just, in that particular moment, it's just be the best mum you can be. Just love people, just put love out there, just share about your life. It wasn't about achieve this goal or that goal or expand your business or expand your life or write a exotic book. I mean, that might all be part of it, but you don't always have to think big to achieve your purpose. Sometimes your purpose is just being who you are as authentically as you possibly can with what's available to you right here, right now. It doesn't mean don't think big. Obviously, if you want to do that, go for it. But just be how you are as authentically and as genuinely as you possibly can in this very moment, and you'll be hitting your purpose, because that's all you need to do right now.
Wow. Can you see what I got? My big glasses.
Please.
Just be amazing what you are doing. But I love that you added, you dream big to achieve, but you don't get hang up if you can't get to it. So my beautiful one, Paul, I see you must just let me know if you can hear me, because I see you fiddling with your earbuds. I don't know if it's working. Is it working?
They're working. They're just new. I'm not used to them.
Okay,
I've already
perfect.
dropped one off the floor.
I saw that, and it's okay. So I will be coming to you now regarding your book. So I just wanted to let you know, my beautiful Vida. For me, I've got 111, because that is my favorite number, my angel number, items on my list. And my new year starts on my birthday till the next year. So then I plan a whole month. I plan before that I will go through what on my list, what I need to do, what I think I need to do. Or most of my things I do, I work out to the best for my group, my Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite Heroes. And naturally, I do bring my family in, because they are priority number first on my priority list. And for my 111 items on my dream list, from June last year till June this year, I had to bring more on my list over, 36 on my list over, because I didn't plan to go to New Zealand for 7 months. Well, that was not, June was not yet 7 months, but I didn't plan. I spent 4 months there, and then I was a month and a half back, and then I went back to go and help with caring for my little grandson, Zachary. So there's naturally, because family comes first, I had to don't do a lot of things. But I didn't have a hang up, because that was the most in the last 5 years of item list, dream list that I had to look at for June this year till June next year. But I was okay, because I was living my dream, being with my grandchildren. Yes, missing my husband and son like crazy, but being with the grandchildren. So yes, life happens, my beautiful viewers. And like Vida said, you can dream big. And if it doesn't come through, like my 36 on my 111 list, it's okay, because I've put it on and I've completed already 2 of that 36 that I had to bring over. So it's all amazing. And just be your most authentic, loving person that you are. And if you're not authentic, and if you're not feeling you are loving enough, you have to go inwards to portray it outside. So thank you, Vida. I will come back with your golden nugget. But Paul, your 3 questions is all around your book. So my beautiful Paul, you, Gwen met me on the coffee chat, and she introduced you. Well, she didn't introduce, she told you, and you came through on Messenger, and you say, Sanet, I heard so many good things, and I would love to join your community and be part of. And I was blown away, not only by you, Paul, but your best friend and partner Elaine. You blew me away, both of you. What you have done, especially around your book, was totally inspiration. So I could not wait to bring you to the Power Hours. I could not wait to see you again. I was hoping to see you when I was in Australia in July. I cannot believe it was July already. I was there, but it didn't happen, and it's because there was another circumstance, and I'm so sorry for Elaine's loss that time as well. So my beautiful Paul, you came to the Soul Diamond Author's Journey, and I quickly want to just give to viewers, because I know there's a lot of you that feed back to the network. What happened to the author show? We are bringing the author show back in the new year, and not in the new year, but around February, like February 2026. And then you will meet beautiful authors. There's going to be extra services, reviews and shows and magazine features that is coming through. So not only will you be able to look at the author's books in a review setting, but you will also be able to see them on the Soul Diamond Author's Journey, and you will read from their story and their book in the Diamond Moment magazine from February. So I'm so excited. There's some add-ons now, and the show is going to come alive again. And yes, you will be able to meet and hear why the author have written the book. So my beautiful Paul came through on the author show. So please go to my YouTube channel and go and search for Soul Diamond Author's Journey TV show, and search for Paul, and you will be able to see his show and his amazing book. So Paul, first of all, if you can show your book here in front of your chest, otherwise it will disappear. There is Paul's book. There you are, Paul. So please, Paul, tell us about your book and how you're inspiring the world, my beautiful one.
Thanks for that beautiful intro, Sanet. My book's called Helping Kids Rise and Shine. And as a psychic therapist for over 20 years, I've been using a version of tapping that I evolved myself that I call targeted EFT. And it uses the tapping sequence that many people would be familiar with. But importantly, I've written hundreds and hundreds of statements that are directly linked to the challenges in a person's life. And most of my adult clients, they suffer or have been impacted from rejection and abandonment, from abuse and violation, from sexual abuse, and all sorts of challenges, from betrayal, from all sorts of areas in their lives, divorce, separation, and issues and that. So basically, I'd been working on thousands of people, and then around a year ago, roughly, there was a need. Was making a lot of noise in Australia about bullying in schools, and what I realised and saw pretty quickly was most of the issues that my adult clients had come from bullying in their own childhood, whether it was in their own families or whether it was uh, in a school or social situation. So, and then it just rolled into low self-worth, low self-esteem, not being able to speak up for themselves, getting themselves into difficult situations that they were afraid to get out of because they had the childhood fears around speaking up and not being safe, or things could be dangerous. So that was happening to the adults. And then so why myself and Elaine, my beautiful partner, put so much effort into this book. This is version 9, just to give people an idea of what it takes to write a book. And it's taken about 5 years to get this in our hands. And basically, the rest of the heading goes a tapping guidebook for stress, anxiety, and bullying. It's aimed at children aged from 5 till 12, this first book. And it's empowering parents, teachers, and caring adults to learn the process. Those details are in here. There's over 60 statements in this book as well for parents to select from, which is mainly impacting on their children. And then they sit their child across the table and they can work through the tapping sequence and the statements themselves in their own home, so that if a child comes home stressed from bullying, anxiety, stress, name calling, they might have been hit, they're hurt, they're scared, afraid of going back to school, then or just to socialise, then there's an opportunity for the parent, teacher, and caring adult. Could be a grandparent that learns the process, and so they can do this in their own family and be, rather than, when I grew up, and possibly the same for Sanet, we probably got a glass of milk and 2 ginger nut biscuits and told to, go outside and play. And that was sort of the extent of the support we got because our parents didn't know any better. But now I've taken my experience of working on thousands of people and scaled this down so that it's very user-friendly for people. And I was on the June show with Sanet, and we only published the book in May. And then soon after that, we applied to get because it's an independent author, an independent publisher, we didn't know how good this was. We knew, we loved it, but we didn't know how empowered this would be. So we paid like $600 to get it sent to the US to get it independently reviewed, and it came back with a 4-star review. So we're very thrilled about that. So people can find it on helpingkidsriseandshine.com. That's its own little website, and it's been a wonderful starting point for us, because our next book is going to be Helping Teenagers Rise and Shine. And we've got another one for emergency situations in schools, whether there's might be a school tragedy where a teacher can work on one child, a classroom, or the whole assembly of the school. If there was a bus crash or there was anything that's super scary that can happen in US schools. So basically, our goal is to take this to the world, literally, and as Sanet will remember from that interview that we had, our goal is to help 1 million children by 2030. And so we're just, with our limited budgets of looking at intelligent ways to market and to promote the book and all this sort of stuff. And so we're building, and a Minister for Education in Australia whose name escapes me, who's in Bankstown in Sydney, he came up with a big statement early a couple of months ago, and he said that new laws that will be going out across all public schools in Australia is they must respond to all bullying incidents within 48 hours, and they were looking for the resources to help in those situations. So we immediately emailed them, and we've got a letter back from his staffer to say that soon they'll be looking for resources and to contact them then. So that's the short kind of version of that book, and it's so important to empower the adults here, because what they're going to find on many of the 60 statements in the book is, my God, that's what they experienced growing up. So then I would advise, and it's even in the book, that if any of these statements trigger the adult, then if they tap that statement through, they can lift that pressure off themselves so it doesn't have to go down the genetic line to their own children. And it can work at freeing up and making a more supportive home. Just to put things into perspective, both my children are unassisted home births. My daughter's 30, my son's 26, just me and their mum, and both of them homeschooled. They've never been in the school system. So my daughter, who's never been in the school system, just in Australia, the GPA on which is the university standard is at 7, and she did her first year in any classroom this year at Sunshine Coast University, and her GPA is 6.88 out of 7, and she is one rock star, and she's studying exercise physiology. So she is such a beautiful heart, so focused, so determined. She's a brilliant budgeter. She doesn't want a hex, so she's working hard to pay for her fees as she goes. And I was so proud of her. And my beautiful son, who wouldn't say boo growing up, is a barman in a pub now, 100 kilos, 6'3" or 4. And he also does NDIS support work for disability. So he's got a beautiful heart and big, strong, muscly guy. And so it's such a pleasure to, see the fruit of the loom, so to speak, rippling out into their own worlds and creating meaningful lives for themselves. And so that's my goal with all my clients is how can I help you see over the hedge, over the hill, or the mountain range, depending upon how they're feeling, and give them the courage to believe in themselves, to say no when they need to and yes when they need to, and then just make sure that they live their best life in that day. And their best life might be, getting through a day without crying sometimes, and crying's important. So, just when you spoke about that person before, Sanet, with the gun, when I had my shop in Montville on the Sunshine Coast for 17 years, I had a lady turn up one day, and I do palmistry and tarot, and she was a bit sort of rattled, and I said, come on in, let me see what we can do. And then I took her through the therapy process, and she was so pleased. Took a couple of hours, and then she left, and the next day I had my door shut and I was working on somebody, and there was this crinkly sort of a noise like that, and there was a little note getting passed under my door. And so anyway, when I'd finished with that person, I went and got the note and opened it up, and it was from the lady the day before. And she said, thank you so much. I'd come to Montville to suicide. And after meeting you and doing that process with you, that is the last thing on my mind. I'm so much in a better place now, and I went so close to losing everything. So thank you so much. I've had that several times with different clients. You never know where people are at and what they're dealing with. And it's been beautifully empowering and and also humbling, and it sort of helps the purpose that I have, which is, people see my name there. My website's myname.com.au. I haven't got it up there yet, but I have clients all around the world that I do interactions with like this. I take them through the tapping process. It takes a couple of hours, but I'll usually ask them, at what point of stress and anxiety are you in your life now? And frequently I'll get 97%. And I said, well, I'm going to ask you at the end of 2 hours, and I'm pretty sure it'll be in the 30s. And they'll go, I'd like to see that. I'd like to feel that. And invariably it is. So, we're in a beautiful time where, people with good hearts and skill and courage can make such a difference. And, that person might be your mechanic. It might be a lady in the tuck shop, but they're everywhere. It's just, are we open to seeing and feeling a message when the message is delivered to us?
Okay, I've got the crow next door and it's already 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why he's still crowing, because he's crowing very early. I cannot find my paparazzi pen, my beautiful guest. So now this is the best thing I could see. So are you ready to give me your golden nugget? And then any of you can ask me for my golden nugget. So Vida, I'm gonna, there you are. Vida, what is your golden nugget?
This is one I've shared before, and it's one of my go-tos. And it's, no matter what, I will handle it. And I think that was one that came from Louise L. Hay. And I usually use it in conjunction with a saying that goes, you can EWOP it, which is everything works out perfectly. So everything works out perfectly, and no matter what, I will handle it. Because if you look back at your life, where you are now, so far, you've got 100% track record of surviving everything that has come your way. And if you can just be in that moment where you go, I can just trust that little bit more, hold on to that little bit of hope, that everything will work out and I will handle it.
I love it. I love it. So my beautiful Paul, just give me your golden, but I just need to have my finger on the screenshot, and then here you go.
I think it's really important that we be kind to ourselves primarily, be grateful for who we are, how we are, the options we have. Take the time to love and acknowledge yourself, even when it's scary, and walk gently, and don't believe your head. It's frequently attempting to panic you. So just consider it, the nutty neighbour or something like that, and go, I hear what you're saying, but it's not. I'm not really going to be influenced by that at the moment. I just need to sit with myself, have a nice cup of tea, and smell the coffee, and appreciate the aspects of my world.
I love it.
And Sanet, what is your golden nugget, please?
Oh, thank you for asking, my beautiful Paul. So I'm going to put my hard glasses on, my finger on the screenshot. Oops. Wait, now I pressed too quickly. Wait. I need to. The sound button is now too fast. So, my beautiful viewers, my golden nugget is, if your why is big enough, you can do anything. You can do everything. And I have proof of the pudding. Thank you, my beautiful guests, for being here. I am in awe of both of you. Thank you I know it was short notice. I did tell Paul last week I will arrange, but with the power outages in South Africa, 5 days, full, no power for 5 days. And again, 2 days already this week, there was no way for me to juggle all the things I needed to do. And I sent out the recording yesterday, and you both came through. So thank you. I appreciate both of you. And may 2026 be an exceptional year for both of you. So I can let me do this. My beautiful viewers, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your open heart, your ears, and your eyes. The other day I was saying eyes and ears, and some of the viewers have let them network know coordination was not right, but I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. So I don't know if I did it on purpose, but now I'm saying I don't know. But my beautiful viewers, thank you for your time. Thank you for your comments on how you love the guest. And how you love the paparazzi pen was not here today. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. My last show for the Power Hour recorded at New Zealand. So it's somewhere here. Somewhere here. So have an amazing day. If I can please ask you to love yourself. Go into the mirror and start loving yourself, to love others from the outside even more. Smile often, because I believe if you just spread your lips, your heart will lift, and then keep on dancing. And I cannot play music now because my own copyright music is in studio. So I just want to do a snippet of this. I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh, and it's time to feel good. Oh. So it must be less than 30 seconds. Otherwise, they will flag you to say you have done something copyright. So it was fast and furious. So have an amazing day. Bye-bye.